Hey guys, welcome back to Close Enough Creations. I'm Nate, and this is the 1986 Big Red that we picked up for 250 bucks, and our plan is to put that 420 Predator engine in it. But before we start ripping this thing down, we're going to do a quick walk around and talk about what's wrong with it. We've had a few people concerned with us destroying a classic, so we're going to address those concerns. So we picked this thing up at night, so we weren't really able to go over what it was actually missing or what was wrong with it. And I'm not very familiar with ATCs. But I can tell you that these plastics are pretty much garbage. The rear fender here is missing a chunk and cracked. The front is the same, all cracked up and missing chunks. The back piece, I don't know what that is. It's missing a couple side plastics right here. This back door actually works, but the plastic is all chipped up. The seat looks like it's been reupholstered and is actually in okay shape. Underneath here, it's missing the air box and probably a couple other things. Our tank is in pretty rough shape. I thought it was going to be salvageable, but if you look at this thing, it looks like somebody's JB welded it. This side's actually not that bad. But if you come over to this side over here, you'll notice that the JB weld is actually completely flaking off. The inside of the tank is pretty rough. Yeah, some nice sludge in there. So up front, our clutch is not hooked up. Our brake is completely snapped off. Our throttle does not return. Over here, this is our choke, and that's not hooked up. We hooked a battery up to it and we were able to get the front instrument cluster to power up, but the second we tried to engage the starter, we got nothing. The front forks, when we first picked it up, I thought they were okay, but it's just the tire. The forks are completely seized, which is a bummer. Moving forward, the light is missing, the lens actually powers on, one of the only things that works on this thing. The guard is all mashed up. This rack is all mashed up. The front tire is pretty weather cracked. I don't think we're gonna run it. But one of the really bad things on this thing is our frame has actually been cracked right here and re-welded. And I did not see that when we were picking it up. Also down here, our foot peg is missing a bolt here, and they've used a hose clamp to secure it right there. We're also missing our back brake, so that cable's just hanging. Our back tire is actually in pretty good shape. It's got plenty of tread left on it. One of our biggest concerns is this rear axle. It's actually been completely snapped off right where the threads start. When you look on the inside here, it looks like at some point someone welded the axle right to the hub. None of the things we went over tonight really matter, except for maybe the front forks if we're not able to rebuild them. Because this Honda Big Red is going to be a two-wheeled 420cc mega bike. We're going to be documenting our progress, so if you like what you see, subscribe for future videos, and remember to hit that thumbs up.